Hi everybody, it's Scott Yingling with YNG Global and Coevolution, and welcome back to the fifth installment of Let's Talk. Today let's talk about mental preparation and how the correct mental preparation will prepare you physically to be able to react more effectively against a violent encounter or an attack. Okay, there's three things that we're looking at. The first part of your training needs to be reflective training during fatigue and stress. That means during your class you're learning a technique, and then either you're going to be put in a stressful, tired situation, meaning you're going to do 3 or 4 rounds on the bag, burpee, jumping up and down, spin around in circles, close your eyes, and then on the go, you open your eyes, and then someone attacks you when your heart rate's pumping, when you're breathing heavy, and when you kind of lost some of those small motor skills, motor movements. Okay. The other way to do that is to put stress. That's fatigue. And to put stress, so now you're going to have 2 or 3 techniques grouped in together. So then the person can either do a throat grab, a hook punch, or a straight kick. And then you have to reflexively train yourself to be able to respond to something that you're not anticipating. So the mental preparation during your physical training is one aspect. The next aspect is mental preparation just in your everyday life. Okay, and I call this the 20-99 rule. I learned this to Israel Cohen. He was the guy that taught my military instructors course. And basically what he said was, you have to basically live your life at 20% awareness. Okay, if you're on the couch watching television and eating chips, you're at 0. Okay, you assume that no one's going to bust your door down. You're completely relaxed. And to be able to go from 0 to 99%, which is a full engagement, contact, life or death, it's almost impossible. It's almost impossible to go from the couch to a street fight in a click of, on a click of a switch. So you need to be at about 20%, and 20% is just being situationally aware, which we're going to go into situational awareness in a later video. But just at that 20%, that lets you very instinctively be able to, as I come around a corner and someone is there, I can now jump to 99% very quickly and with the proper physical training without a lot of problems. I say 99% because you never want to be at 100%. 100% is when you see the guys on the street just swinging their arms, just wild and crazy. They've completely just gone in black, they're complete tunnel vision. They don't see anything else around them. That's 100%. 100% is a dogfight, okay? So we want to train ourselves to be all the time. If we walk out our front door, we're already at 20% because something may be outside that front door, okay? The last thing is going to be visualization, okay? When you walk out of the supermarket or when you walk out of your house, have you already played a scenario in your head? Well, someone's going to be at your car. Someone's going to carjack you. Someone's going to come up to you when you're at the ATM machine. Have you played those scenarios out in your head? Have you thought about the A, the B, and the C of how you're going to respond? What if your child's with you? What if you're by yourself? What if there's multiple attackers? Visualize those scenarios in your head, so when you're faced with that scenario, in today's world it's more when than if. When you're faced with that scenario, it's not going to be the first time that you're faced with that scenario because you've played it over in your head enough times that you already have a cognitive map of the A, the B, and the C in which direction you're going to go. So if you're actively training all of these 3 different types of mental preparation, and what you're doing, you're going to enhance the efficacy of your performance during violent encounters, situations that you weren't ready, that you're having to rapidly and instinctively, reflexively respond, okay? Because what happens is you're going to have fear. Obviously, no matter how conditioned and trained you are, if someone's going to attack you, you're going to have fear. And by having fear, that's going to raise your cortisol and adrenaline levels. When your cortisol and adrenaline level is raised, that's what gives you this tunnel vision effect. That's what makes you lose your small muscle skills, your small muscle movements, and it makes you ineffective when you're trying to apply the techniques that was in your head, but you're not able to put into the real situation. So by training all of this, you're training under these elevated cortisol and adrenaline levels, under simulated fear, which would be stress and fatigue, and now you're more correctly conditioning your reflexive, muscular, and neurologic responses to be able to respond to violent attacks and threats. Okay, so thanks a lot. Please leave some comments, like and share the videos, and stay tuned because we're going to be coming out real soon with the next installment. We're going to be asking you here pretty soon about some questions that you may have. Megan had proposed to me that we're going to do a kind of a Q&A thing because lots of people have asked Megan what is Krav Maga, who should do it, etc., etc. So if you don't mind, go ahead and post your questions so that way Megan and I can address those questions on one of our next Let's Talks. Okay? So thanks a lot, guys. Once again, Scott Yingling, YNG Global, Kravolution. Keep training.